Three Good Men is bringing together the marketing, the post-harvest and the growing side of it. So the three parts of the chain, the three different people, we brought them together as partners and realised we all have one goal.
Yeah, hi, I'm Shane Newman. I'm one of the key partners in Three Good Men. Our family's been involved for the last 30 years growing squash in Hawke's Bay. Hawke's Bay is a fantastic region. The soil is very fertile and we have good access to water and irrigation as we need. That combination of experience between our growers and obviously the climatic conditions here produces for Three Good Men customers a fantastic experience.
I'm Hamish Thomas. I'm the operations manager for NH Packing. The climate is hot and dry, which contributes to why it is so good to growing squash here. Hawke's Bay is on alluvial flats, floodplain. The soil is rich in fertility also. We're growing 4 main varieties. 3 of those are dry varieties. The dry type is a harder variety to grow. It takes a lot more care and it requires normally a longer growing time for harvesting so that Brixes and the maturity is correct when we harvest.
The different varieties that we choose to grow are the ones predominantly from Japan. And the seed varieties come from Japanese seed companies. Some customers in some areas want a dry, hoku nutty taste. Other customers want one that's not so much a wet taste but isn't so dry or hoku. So we've got to be quite specific with what we grow and when we grow it.
Our customer relationships is what actually makes the business, and so being customer-led business means that we're accurately trying to relay that information back to our growers and matching up with their requirements and meeting those orders and plans.
Every week we're harvesting and every week we're supplying the customers in Japan with fresh product.
Japanese conditions at the moment or season is winter, New Zealand is summer, and so we're being able to grow the squash for that Japanese winter period with those same characteristics that they're producing for their summer. We are planting normally 100 days before harvest. The squash then obviously is picked up and checked for maturity, packed at the pack house and then shipped to customers from there.
Hawke's Bay is very close to the port, so logistically it's very easy for us to harvest, pack and ship within a quick time frame to get the squash to market in good condition.
We've been focusing heavily on this area around traceability. We've prided ourselves in terms of having that transparency of information as well as obviously the story around the grower. So that gives us confidence with the product that we're growing, gives us confidence that we're obviously giving the consumer a really fantastic experience.
I'm Simon White and I farm in the Otani Basin with my family here in Hawke's Bay. And we've been growing squash for about 45 years and every squash that's exported to Japan has an individual identification and can be traced right back to the paddock that it's grown in.
There's always a story that needs to be told customers to reassure them that the quality of the product and the food safety of the product is good. A fuzzy coat on every pumpkin can actually give you the source paddock of that pumpkin, when it was planted, what was used on the crop, what fertiliser it may have had, what sprays it may have had, if any at all. And in this climate in New Zealand, you don't have to use a lot of chemicals to grow a good quality crop.
We're lucky to have good soils to start with, but equally we've for the last 24 years we've been really focused on reducing the tillage and reducing the impact on the soil. So we have a livestock component within the rotation of the crop, so it's sort of quite a natural process. At the moment the yields and the variety of crops we can grow seems to be demonstrating that looking after the soil is helping us have a pretty sustainable farm.
I think the whole experience of TGM squash creates that fantastic taste from basically the passion that comes from our growers and our team here in New Zealand all the way through to the storytelling that we enable our customers to understand around the product, how it's grown and the effort that's gone in creating overall fantastic experience.
If we were all operating individually and only trying to look after our own piece, it doesn't work. We're all good friends and we've all been doing this now for 20 years. So that's what holds it together, is the relationships we have and understanding the chain of events that you need to get a good crop off the field to the consumer overseas.